Stop scrolling right now, because what you are about to hear could completely change how you think about the Iraqi dinar in 2025. If you are holding dinar, thinking about buying dinar, or simply watching this market closely, this update matters to you. Today's breaking Iraqi dinar news focuses on one powerful development that has the entire currency community paying attention. Chase Bank's 2025 dinar rules could change how you access, verify, and exchange your holdings. This is not hype, and it is not small print. These changes affect timing, preparation, and strategy. Stay with us until the end, because every section of this update connects together. Missing one detail could mean missing the full picture. This is about clarity after years of confusion, structure after uncertainty, and direction after waiting. For many holders, this feels like a turning point. So take a breath, stay focused, and let's break down what these 2025 rules mean, how they could impact you, and why understanding them now is more important than ever. The biggest shift everyone is talking about is access. For years, dinar holders have lived with uncertainty about where, when, and how exchanges could realistically happen. In 2025, Chase Bank's rules introduced defined access pathways that remove much of that confusion. Instead of rumors and mixed messages, holders now face a structured process that outlines who can participate and how engagement works. This changes how people plan. When access rules are clear, holders can prepare documents, organize finances, and make smarter decisions without rushing or guessing. This clarity also reduces emotional stress, which has been a constant issue in the dinar community. People no longer feel stuck waiting for vague signals. Instead, they can plan with intention. This type of access framework is important because it transforms dinar holding from speculation into a structured financial action. Knowing how access works allows holders to move with confidence rather than fear. In 2025, that alone is a major shift in how the dinar is viewed. Security is another major pillar of Chase Bank's 2025 dinar rules, and this is where many holders feel the most relief. For a long time, fear of scams, counterfeit notes, and unsafe exchanges has haunted the community. The new rules place verification and documentation at the center of the process. Every step is designed to protect both the holder and the institution. This means identity verification, proper validation of currency, and recorded transactions that reduce risk. When security is clearly defined, trust grows. Holders feel safer bringing their currency forward, and financial systems operate more smoothly. This also discourages bad actors who thrive in confusion. In simple terms, the rules create a safer environment for everyone involved. For many holders, this security structure is just as important as exchange access itself. Without safety, opportunity means nothing. In 2025, security is no longer an afterthought. It is a foundation, and that changes the emotional and financial confidence of dinar holders everywhere. Transparency is where these rules truly stand out. In the past, dinar holders often relied on guesswork, online chatter, and unclear expectations. Chase Bank's 2025 framework replaces that with transparent steps, timelines, and procedures. Transparency means knowing what happens first, what happens next, and how long each stage may take. It also means understanding requirements upfront rather than discovering obstacles later. This level of openness allows holders to plan smarter and avoid costly mistakes. When people know what to expect, they act more responsibly and efficiently. Transparency also reduces panic reactions caused by misinformation. In financial matters, uncertainty creates fear, and fear leads to bad decisions. These rules aim to remove that uncertainty. In 2025, transparency empowers holders to stay calm, informed, and strategic. It turns the exchange process into a predictable system rather than a mystery. That shift alone changes how people view the dinar's future and their role within it. Community reaction has been intense, emotional, and widespread. Across online groups, discussions are filled with shock, relief, and cautious excitement. Many holders feel that they have waited years for this level of clarity. The announcement of structured 2025 rules feels like validation for those who stayed patient through long periods of silence. Some are relieved that their waiting finally has direction. Others feel energized to start preparing. This reaction matters because it shows how deeply these changes impact real people. The dinar community is not just watching numbers. It is responding emotionally to structure and guidance. That emotional response often signals a shift in behavior. People begin organizing documents, discussing timing, and reassessing strategies. This is how markets change from passive to active. In 2025, the community is no longer just waiting. It is engaging, planning, and adapting to a clearer system that feels more real than ever before. Timing plays a critical role in Chase Bank's 2025 dinar rules. The framework introduces defined procedures that outline when actions can begin and how long each phase may last. Timing is no longer guesswork. This allows holders to align their actions with clear windows instead of reacting late. Proper timing can reduce delays, stress, and missed opportunities. It also allows holders to prepare mentally and financially. When timing rules are clear, people act with discipline rather than emotion. This matters because rushed decisions often lead to mistakes. In 2025, timing is treated as a strategic tool, not a gamble. Holders who understand timing can plan days, weeks, or even months ahead. This creates smoother transactions and better outcomes. Timing clarity also helps businesses and investment groups coordinate actions responsibly. Overall, these rules make timing a strength instead of a risk, which is a major evolution for dinar holders moving forward. These rules do not only affect individual holders. Businesses, financial planners, and investment groups are paying close attention. When procedures are clearly defined, larger entities can participate with confidence. This opens the door for broader financial activity connected to the dinar. Businesses need predictability, and the 2025 rules provide exactly that. With structure in place, organizations can plan operations, manage compliance, and reduce uncertainty. This broader participation helps stabilize the ecosystem. When more players engage responsibly, the system becomes stronger. It is no longer isolated to individual holders acting alone. Instead, the dinar becomes part of a larger financial conversation. In 2025, this shift could change how the currency is perceived globally. Structure tracks participation, and participation builds momentum. That is why these rules matter beyond personal exchanges. They signal a move toward integration rather than isolation. Potential gains are another topic dominating conversations, but smart holders understand that gains depend on preparation, not hope. Chase Bank's 2025 rules emphasize following procedures carefully. Those who understand the system, prepare documentation, and act within the defined framework position themselves better. This is not about rushing to exchange. It is about acting strategically. Knowing how the process works allows holders to avoid mistakes that could reduce value or delay access. Informed action often leads to better outcomes. In 2025, knowledge truly becomes power. Holders who take time to understand the rules gain an advantage over those who rely on rumors. Potential gains exist, but they reward discipline, not impatience. This mindset shift is critical. The rules encourage holders to think like planners rather than gamblers. That change alone can influence long-term financial outcomes in meaningful ways. The emotional impact of these rules cannot be ignored. Many dinar holders have experienced years of uncertainty, frustration, and emotional fatigue. The introduction of clear 2025 rules brings relief and renewed confidence. Clarity reduces anxiety. Structure replaces doubt. People feel empowered when they understand what lies ahead. This emotional shift matters because it influences decision-making. Calm, informed holders make better choices than stressed, uncertain ones. In 2025, emotional stability becomes an asset. The rules offer reassurance that there is a process, and that process can be followed step by step. This does not guarantee outcomes, but it guarantees understanding. For many, that alone feels like progress after a long wait. For new holders, these rules offer a rare advantage. Instead of entering a confusing environment, newcomers can start with clarity. The 2025 framework acts like a roadmap that shows where to begin and how to proceed. New holders can learn requirements early and avoid common mistakes. This creates a more balanced community where experience is not the only advantage. Clear rules level the playing field. New participants can act responsibly from the start. This is important for long-term system health. When everyone understands the process, fewer problems arise. In 2025, entry into the dinar space feels more structured and less intimidating. That encourages thoughtful participation rather than reckless behavior. Accessibility is addressed directly in the rules. Who can exchange, what verification is needed, and how access is granted are clearly outlined. This reduces delays and confusion. Holders know what documents to prepare and what steps to follow. Clear access rules also prevent frustration caused by last-minute surprises. When access is predictable, planning becomes easier. This improves the overall experience for holders. In 2025, accessibility is no longer about luck or connections. It is about meeting defined requirements. That fairness strengthens trust in the process and reduces fear of exclusion. Verification procedures are a central focus of the 2025 rules. Every holder must go through a proper process designed to protect all parties involved. Verification ensures legitimacy and reduces the risk of fraud. While some may view this as extra effort, it actually benefits holders by safeguarding value. Proper verification builds confidence in the system. When everyone follows the same rules, trust increases. In 2025, verification is not an obstacle. It is protection. Understanding this helps holders approach the process with patience rather than resistance. Strategy becomes more important than ever under these rules. Knowing the process allows holders to plan actions carefully. Preparation includes organizing documents, understanding timelines, and choosing the right moment to act. Strategic holders think ahead instead of reacting emotionally. In 2025, those who prepare early gain flexibility. They can respond smoothly when their window opens. Strategy transforms holding into active financial management. This shift separates informed participants from passive watchers. Knowledge is the true currency in this environment. The more a holder understands the rules, the better positioned they are. Information reduces risk and increases confidence. In 2025, relying on hearsay becomes a disadvantage. Structured rules reward those who take time to learn. Knowledge empowers holders to avoid mistakes and move efficiently. This is why education becomes central to success. The sense of reassurance provided by these rules is significant. Holders finally feel guided rather than lost. Clear instructions reduce stress and confusion. This reassurance strengthens commitment to responsible participation. In 2025, feeling informed is just as important as potential financial outcomes. Timing awareness remains essential. Knowing when to act prevents rushed decisions. The rules emphasize following timelines carefully. Acting too early or too late can create complications. Timing discipline leads to smoother outcomes. In 2025, patience becomes a strategic advantage. Preparation is the theme running through every aspect of the rules. Preparing documents, understanding procedures, and staying informed all contribute to success. Prepared holders experience fewer obstacles. In 2025, preparation separates opportunity from disappointment. The broader market impact is also important. When processes are clear, markets stabilize. Predictable systems attract confidence. In 2025, the dinar ecosystem benefits from smoother participation and reduced confusion. Stability builds trust over time. Community engagement continues to grow as people share insights and experiences. This collective learning strengthens understanding. In 2025, informed communities help reduce misinformation. Shared clarity benefits everyone involved. Security remains a constant priority. Every transaction being documented and verified protects holders. This reduces fear and builds confidence. In 2025, security is non-negotiable and clearly defined. Accessibility and security work together. Clear access without protection would fail. The rules balance both. In 2025, this balance strengthens the entire process. For those just starting, the rules offer confidence. There is no need to guess. The roadmap is clear. In 2025, new holders can act responsibly from day one. Potential outcomes improve when holders understand the system. Strategic action maximizes efficiency. In 2025, informed participation leads to better experiences. Emotionally, clarity replaces uncertainty. This empowers better decision-making. In 2025, confidence becomes a tool, not just a feeling. The timing structure allows holders to plan life decisions responsibly. This reduces stress and panic. In 2025, planning replaces speculation. Market stability grows as participation becomes orderly. This benefits all holders.